Hello everyone, I am Dr. Deepika Saraoke, and in this video I will explain how you can use multiple server controls in a single web form. So let's start. Now you can see we have added different server controls, and here is the coding behind the control. In design view you can see we have added 4 label control and 1 label control for result and 1 button, 1 drop down list, 3 radio buttons and 2 text boxes. Let us change the ID and text property of all of them. First we start with the first label and we change the ID property to LBL underscore RNO, and the text property also we will set the text property to roll number. Now the text box contains the roll number, so we set the property ID property of the text box to txt underscore rno. Then come to next label. The ID property is lbl underscore name, and the text which will appear on the label is name. Then the ID property of the text box will be txt underscore name. The next is the label class. So we will set lbl underscore class. The text property is set to class. Now there are 3 radio buttons. So we will set the text property and the name property of all the radio buttons. Radio button underscore fy. We'll select this, copy, and the text that will appear on the radio button will be fy. Next radio button in one, we will set the ID property to sy, and the text property of that button will be sy. Then the third radio button, set the ID property to radio button underscore ty, and the text property of the button will be ty. Now select the next radio button, sorry, the label control. The name of the label control is lpl underscore course, and the text will be set to course. Now come to drop down list box and select the item property over. After clicking on the collections dots property, we will come to this window from which we can add the items in this. You have to click on add to add the list items. As we have added four list items, now we set the text property of all the items. First, we will set it to BSc IT. The next, set the next item's text property to BSc DS. Third item, which is EMS, and both items text property is set to. Then we have to click on the button. Now we can see that all the list items were added to our drop down list. Let us give the ID name is TL underscore course. Now button property, give the ID BTN underscore submit and set the text property which will appear on the button's name. Submit, and this label gives the output of our selection. So we will set the ID property of this label to LBN underscore output, and as this will denotes the output, we will keep it the text property of the label to unset. Now all the settings are over. Now we will move to coding part. Just double click on the submit button. It will let us to, it will bring us on the coding window. We will take one variable which is of a string type, which stores the value of selected radio button. We starts writing the coding for the selection. If radio button Fy is equals to dot check is equals to true, then s is equals to radio button dot fy dot text semicolon. But if the fy is not selected, then it will come to the else part. Else if radio button sy dot checked equals to true, then radio button dot text property is set to the string value. Again, else part is the else Radio button, device dot text is set to the string value. Then label output dot text will set to hello. The name comes from txt name. You are successfully enrolled in here the subject will be come from drop down list selected item. So ddl course dot selected item plus n the value of string will come plus s, which gives you the standard FITYSY, whatever is the selection over there, and then semicolon. Save the program and then just run the program by clicking on run button. Here is the executable screen which is opened in the browser. Here we have to enter the roll number 001, the name Deepika SY, selected subject is this, and then we have to click on submit button. Then you get this message on the screen which is displayed in our output label. Hello Deepika, you are successfully enrolled in BMS in SY. Hope this is helpful to you. Thank you.